Hello guys and welcome back to episode 24 of What If Civilization Started Over. In the last episode we had a lot more colonization happening. We had Vietnam falling over, 2 new members of the Circle team, Central Asia exploded again, and a bit more tensions between the Square team and the Triangle team, and 3 new colonizers on Australia. And so, yeah. But before we head into the big wars, we're going to do the Daily Iceland update, which is going to be, this blue team is going to invade up into this country right here. But then the pink team is going to invade up into the blue one. And so the military is just kind of rebellious and just takes over the that country and this one, until eventually this is how the areas look. The blue team is going to pick that to be their capital. And so, yeah. Anyways, now to start off with the war. Up over here, the Germans not really accidentally, kind of on purpose, make claim to this land right here. And, well, you can see who they kind of attacked. The Irish team is part of a little thing called the Triangle Alliance, and after that, the Germans kind of realize that, and they're like, oh, well, no time like the present, as they start pushing in to the Triangle Alliance countries, especially into the Irish one, especially up here, going around these Greenland areas. As they also make gains down here into the Iberian team and into the French team. They had probably one of the more guarded African colonies with quite a bit of troops. And so, yeah, this is how their front line looks. And but up here in the north, they don't actually border any countries of these ones, and they actually do one thing. They decide to invade into this country with the help of the Russians, and after the country is taken, we have a major thing happening. We have the Russians joining in on the Square team. At the peace treaty, they're just going to divide up this country basically immediately. The Germans will take something like this, while the Russians take the rest. And now they are quite large, and yeah. However, over here we actually have the green team advancing in pretty quickly, and this is where one of the largest offences take place, where the Moroccans just start absolutely steamrolling into these areas of the country, especially into the sandy Saharan areas down here. And so, yeah, the Moroccans are doing very well, as they are getting funded by, obviously, the strongest country in the world. Now, currently, it doesn't look like a world war, but this is where it starts to escalate. First off, the Romanians join up, for God's sake. The Romanians join up with the Triangle team with the intent of gaining back their lands from these countries. And yeah, but we also have the Lime team joining in, as they want to claim some of their land back. And so, yeah, down here, the lime team, the Romanians do pretty well over here against the blue team, even capturing the capital in a matter of days. And as well as they invade into the Russian country, getting decently far, but the Russians are doing a pretty nice counter-attack up here, allowing for them to push the Romanians out. And this is what the front line looks over there, while we have the lime team going in against the Greeks as they pull off a very large offensive. And seeing this, another country decides to join in. On this time, the Square Alliance. It's another country who wants to take back their land, and that country is the light blue country, as they send their troops into the into the lime team, forcing the lime team to take out lots of their troops from over here, allowing for a major pushback by the purple team. But it does allow the lime team to come back in with a little bit of a push, but they are still in their country. Now, back over here, the French team is actually doing surprisingly well, as they even start a little offensive into the German country. And Germany is actually kind of thinking, it doesn't seem to be they don't think it's going too well for them, and so they pull out a great, not the greatest of ideas, but it's actually going to work here. They invade into this yellow country to have basically a surprise attack on the French team. This actually surprisingly works, but it does put the why can't I do this? Oh my. It does put the yellow team into the Triangle Alliance, and with that, the brown team starts sending troops up here as well, because they don't actually really border anyone to attack. They can send their troops, allowing for a decently large pushback over here, and allowing for the green team to push back as well, kind of showing that their first things were kind of a fail. But they do manage to hold a stalemate out over here. And so, for now, that is how it looks. Now in the colonies, yeah, the Germans don't do very well. And they lose quite a bit of their colonies. However, the lime Moroccan team is doing incredibly well against these, especially in the Saharan areas. They have the best desert military, and yeah, they're doing really well. The only areas they can't really seem to get to are these northern bits. And now, yeah, the Moroccans they're doing really well. But now, back over here, the Romanians continue their great offensive into the square team, as well as into the Greek country. A lot of the people over here are like very much pro-war, and so yeah. And now but just as the square team, well, not really just as the square team, but while the square team is getting a bit smacked around, oh my god, I'm failing at this. Actually, we're gonna have a we are going to have a different country join in on to, oh my, I'm failing at this, sorry guys. Another member to the Triangle Alliance being the Norwegian country. They are basically just here because they want land out of the Swedish country, and immediately the troops come in steamrolling, and already the country is just basically destroyed. And the Germans are now realizing they might have to do quite a lot, and so they start implementing conscription into their thing, allowing for a major pushback against the French country, and even allowing them to push back, allowing for the Romans to slightly push back, and for an even larger counteroffensive into the yellow team, almost wiping them out. And yeah, they also then send troops back up into here, allowing for an incredibly major pushback against the Norwegians. The Lime team is going to get pushed back by this this country right here, and we now, however, as the square team is slightly getting back onto their feet, another country is going to join in on the Triangle Alliance, but this will actually cause a very large thing. The red team will join in on the Triangle Alliance, and this basically brings in the green team because of who else joins the square team, which is the Egyptians, the popular Iran basically, as well as these guys. And for the final country, it is the blue team. And yeah, the war has now spread down even more, and with these guys entering the war, we have the red team making a good push into these guys, and as well as the green team doing incredibly well against this country right here, because they already wanted to get rid of this country, and the red team kind of knew that if they joined, they would these guys would try and attack them, and so immediately they kind of go in alongside the green team. But down here it is a bit of a different story, as the blue team does push against the green team, as well as into the red team, especially into these lower population areas. And we actually have the yellow team sending troops in, pushing against the Moroccans, as well as them pushing into the red team and into the English country. But after this, the English country, well, yeah, you can see what's happening. These guys join in on the Triangle Alliance as well, and everyone's kind of looking at these guys as like, why did you do that? And yeah, England kind of pushes back, and now alongside the Irish country, the blue team loses all their claims inside of Africa, and it also allows these guys to make a slight push into Egypt, allowing for a counterattack by the red team, and the green team finally coming straight back up as they almost completely kick these two colonizers out of Africa. As we also have the French team making a large invasion into this German one, as well as the Iberian country and these guys, but I'm not going to show them right now. And we didn't update this. Yeah, the Irish country is able to push them back to their borders, and the Norwegian country does actually start a good offensive, allowing them to cut off Greenland from the rest of them, allowing for or forcing the rest of the country to surrender over. This is a huge blow for Germany, as this is where they were getting a lot of their oil, and this then allows the Norwegians to push back like this. But down here, the is not going so great for the triangle team, as Romania is getting pushed back quite a bit, as the Russians invading quite a bit as well. However, the Romanians their leader is killed during the war, and a new even more radical leader comes in and is like, you know what, everyone is bad, these guys aren't supporting us. They leave the triangle team, and they start invading into the lime team, who is now getting not doing very well, as most of their efforts were over here pushing back against these guys and holding their front line against the Greeks. The red team is getting back to using gets back to kind of using common sense, as they invade more into these guys, and this country is just literally obliterated immediately, as well as this one eventually falling over to the power of these two countries, allowing for the green team to refocus their troops down here. And it's not pretty. The blue team is very quickly and incredibly violently pushed back, as the red team, along with the green team, they push into the blue team with quite a lot of their forces, as we also have the yellow team continuing to be invaded by England, as well as the red team sending troops into this one. The red team has one of the largest militaries, as you can see. It spans quite a large area, and we actually have the Moroccans not fully completely kicking them out of Africa, and now they start sending troops over here as they make a landing in Sicily, as well as them alongside the red team making a landing inside of the southern Greek island, allowing for the lime team to finally make an offensive into this country as the rest of it falls over. And this also allows the green team to push back, the red team to continue pushing into these guys, and basically the final nail in the coffin for not the final nail in the coffin, or for the final nail in the coffin down here in the south. The blue team surrenders, the yellow team surrenders, and right now all the troops from the triangle team over here, with two of the largest countries, strongest countries by military, are now sending their troops into the front lines over here, as an incredibly large offensive is pushed into Romania, which is just wiped off the map, as well as the offensive into Greece. Is that? I can't tell if that's different. Yeah, it is, I guess. And the Greek country is, after more and more fighting, they aren't as strong as they seem to be, as they surrender. And one last major disadvantage comes in for the square team, as inside the inside the Russian country, rebellions for a better government, a more democratic government, pop up all around. For some reason they don't leave the war, but this revolution is spreading like wildfire, like incredibly amount, and eventually the entire country will have to succumb to this revolution, which for now doesn't do anything, but a new leader is put in place by the people that leaves the Square Alliance and joins in, surprisingly, on the Triangle Alliance. Germany feels completely betrayed, but not really, because they were going to be the ones betraying Russia anyways, as they already had troops here, allowing for incredible pushback. But this country is still kind of cooked, and this country dies, and but also the claims by this country over here are gone. And let's look at the French. Oh, the French did damage. Okay, that is real bad, as eventually all of Italy has succumbed to the Triangle team. There is an incredibly large pushback with the help of England against Germany over here. The Norwegians completely destroy the Swedish team up here, and down here, yeah, these two countries just split it. We also have their colony breaking away from them, and now all the focus is on these two countries, or on Germany, because I don't think there's a single Square team member. Yeah, no Square team member is alive. And now the incredibly large push has begun into the puppet, which basically just breaks away. The Russians managed to push them out, and now the Germans just kind of have to accept their defeat, as they fight to the very last moments, but they are just not strong enough to fight back against the Triangle Alliance, as the war is done. The last remaining member of the Square team has died, and the Triangle team remains victorious. The Russians are a bit flustered because of what happened to them, but they still managed to win this war. The Lime team they have taken over a lot. The Red team, also the Green team. The Moroccans have taken a lot. The French team as well. And so, yeah, that is going to be the end of World War I. And I'll show you guys the peace treaty in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in episode, what is it now? 25 is the next episode, I think. So yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.